Y'all hear the music? Y'all hear the music? Let's go. This is Trade Digital 89. Today's lesson we're going to be creating candlestick graphs in Python. We're going to be creating mini graphs in Python. And we're going to be analyzing statistical data, especially stock data. That's what we're doing. We're just going to analyze stock data strictly. Because stocks and everybody think they're a trader. We might as well help people become better traders then, if everybody want to be a trader. So I'm big on stocks. I'm big on stocks and being able to buy and sell and understanding when to buy and sell. So I'm big on that. And I'm big on option trading. And for the elite stock traders out there, they like to read candlestick charts. Candlestick charts is easier to identify when to buy and sell a particular stock. And when you're doing option trading, sometimes you in and out of a stock. Or if you're doing day trading, you in and out of the stock and you're selling it that same day. So let's get right into it, right? We're going to get right into it. Let me see what data I have here. So we're going to be analyzing the particular stock we're going to be analyzing. We're going to be analyzing Amazon. We're going to be analyzing Amazon stock. Let me see if you see my screen. All right, you see my screen right here. All right, you can just see my face. You don't have to see my face anymore. So we're going to be analyzing this stock right here. This is the stock. This is from May 31st to June 22nd, which was yesterday. So we're going to be grabbing this data, put it inside of a data frame. We're not going to be doing too much manipulation. We're just going to be analyzing it through a different script. That's what we're gonna do. We're just gonna be analyzing it through a different script, and then we're also gonna do it through downloading the file from for Yahoo Finance as well. So we're gonna be doing that. We're not gonna be doing too much manipulation really. So let's get out of there. We could go to the script. Let me stop sharing, and we're gonna go right to the script now. I like the music right now. It's a nice common music right now. We'll get more into pandas and the unique things you can do with pandas. We'll do that on another video. All right. So I was doing it earlier. Let me see if y'all see my screen. See my screen. Okay, y'all see my screen. All right, so the first thing we're gonna do, we're gonna import some libraries. The libraries are the capabilities that we'll need to be able to create our graph, create our data, analyze the data, analyze these different charts, so on and so on. So the first thing we're gonna do is we're gonna import matplotlib, right? Matplotlib.pyplot as PLT. Now this particular library allows us to use the graphs. So we get to use scatter plot graphs, line graph, bar graph, pie graphs. So you get to implement the data and you get to see analyze it visually through these graphs. So we have to use the graphs. Next thing we're going to import pandas as PD, because we're going to grab the data from Yahoo Finance, and we're going to take that CSV file that we're going to put inside our script, and then we're going to form it inside of a data frame. So pandas is extremely important for us to be able to analyze data. Data is strictly pandas. Next thing we're going to do, we're going to import Y Finance as YF. This we could also download a particular stock from Yahoo Finance, so we can do that. And the next thing we're going to do, we're going to import MPL Finance as MPF. Now, this particular library, they have their own graphs that they plot with finance, and that's how we're going to get the candlestick. And then we're going to do the last thing. We're going to import date time as DT. So we're going to import all those libraries right there. So we're going to do plt.style.use. I like using a dark image. I'm a little blind, but the dark image looks extremely dope when we do the graphs. So the first thing we're going to create data. We're going to put data equals excuse me, data equals pd dot read CSV. So it's going to grab that CSV that we download right here, and we're going to download this, and we're going to put this inside of a data frame. And this is Amazon. You could also put Amazon.csv, but I'm going to do it like this. And then the next thing we're going to do, since we got that, we're going to create another variable df to equal to pd dot data frame. And we're going to put that data inside of a data frame. So it's going to be rows and columns it's going to be in. So we're going to see it just like how we saw it on the Yahoo page. And then we're going to, is it a large data? It might not be too large. I don't think it's too large for this data. I don't think it's too large. So we'll just leave it. So now when we print this data, it may take a while. Have you been, my computer is slow. But in the meantime, when that's running, oh, here we go. So we have the data right here. So this is the data that we grabbed from Yahoo Finance. You see the rows and the columns I have, you just don't have the low. We will have to delete this and then create something else, but I'm not going to do all that. Because they're supposed to have a low here. But you see the columns, the date, they have the open, high, close, adjusted close, and volume. So I have that right there. So now, if we want to be able to put it inside a graph, we can do it. We can do it so many different ways. We can do df, and then we can put, or we can put inside of a list. So we can do df, and then we can do, I think one of the columns was open. It was open and high. So we can do df, open, and then comma, and then we can do high. And then we can do dot, plot, and then inside here we can put kind, and then we can put equals, and then we'll just do a line graph. We'll do a line graph, and then we'll put color. Is it color? Color equals, and then we'll just do red, and we'll just leave it like that. And then we'll do plt dot show to show our graph right here, and we can be able to analyze just the open and high for putting this in this graph right here, so we can see the visualization of it. So we have a key error, says an exception error, open high. Okay, so let's just do double. Let's do double brackets. Let's do hard brackets to do the open high to be able to plot this particular graph here. Hope everybody's following along. All right, so we got our graph here. I wish it was, maybe we had to do X because the colors is kind of crazy. So you know what? Let me take colors out and see. They just give her something. Because it's hard to analyze when it's in different color. All right, that's better. And I'll just put a grid here. We'll do plt dot grid. Just give us a nice little grid we have here. Plt dot grid, and then I'll do plt dot title, and then right here we'll do Amazon. All right, so now since we got that, I'll show you the graph in a second when it's loading up. So what we did right here, it was we just want to see the open and high. So df is a data frame. It's a variable that we created for our data frame, that we have that particular data of that stock inside here. and then we print it out. Of course, you see the data. We just showed the data for Amazon. Now, for this particular graph, we want to just only see the open high, and we want to plot it only in the line graph. So let me stop sharing, and then you can see that particular graph in a line graph. And it's a cool line graph. So you see it here. So this is our line graph. So you see up top, open is like the greenish color, and high is the yellow. So you see, and then on the bottom is considered the x-axis, and on the side is considered the y-axis. So when we go to a particular point, I might have to add a marker, but I don't have to add a marker. Forget it, I'll do it later. So you see this point right here. If you see on the corner right hand side right here, or the corner all the way in the bottom right, you're going to see x equals to 9.01 and y at 104. So you'll see right here at this time at the high was at, which is the y-axis, it was at pretty much 105. It's at this line right here, a little below, and then the low right here was at 104 at this particular time right here. So that's the particular the time that it was at, the highs and the lows, and the bottom just represents the volume at that time, the volume. So the x-axis really represents the volume, but these two lines represent the open and high, and the y-axis is the price, as at the price, and this is the volume in the bottom. So that's just this particular graph right there that you see. Now we can move on, and we're going to show how we do a candlestick. I may could do a candlestick on that one. Let's see. Excuse me. All right, so we'll do. Let me X this out right here. Now we're gonna do a candlestick. Now it's another way we can do it. This too. So we can do this. We can create a variable called start, right? Start to equal to dt.datetime. And then we're going to have the exact date for just for like 14 days until now. So we'll do, let's do it, because today's the 23rd. So today's the 23rd. So we'll just, we'll just do it for the night. So we'll start it at 2022, of course, and then we'll do 6, and then we'll do 9. That'll be the start. So it's pretty much June 6th. Let me just put it right here. June 9th, June 9, 2022. That's the date. All right, leave that there. Then we'll do it for n. N equals to dt.datetime. And this will be 2022. Oh, we don't even need to do that. So we could just keep this empty, and then we could just do .now. So it's gonna take the data and the exact date for it right now. So whatever it closed for now. So next thing we're gonna do is we're gonna put A for Amazon. It's gonna equal to yf.download, because we're gonna download the data from Yahoo Finance, and then we're gonna just put the ticker symbol. I think it's AMZN for Amazon. I believe it is. I believe it is. And then we're going to put starts, and then we're going to put N. Now, when we print that out, we print A, it should be able to download that data from Yahoo Finance right here. So let's see it. And it did. Of course, I don't got the low over here again, but you see the date is going to start at June 9th right here, and then it's going to end at today's data. And I was on Amazon. I was trading in Amazon, and it was, the volatility was crazy. Look at the volume on this. Look at the volume. And it was really like that. The volume was extremely high. It was going up, down, up, down, up, down. I wish you could see the low. Low is like 107. So we be able to download the data for Yahoo. I bet the data from Amazon on Yahoo Finance right there. So now we can analyze this particular data on Candlestick. So the first thing we're going to do, we have to be able to use the plot that they gave us for the library they gave us for to be able to get that candlestick. So we're going to use MPF. So we're going to use that. So we're going to do MPF.plot right there. And then we're going to put the name, our variable, which is A for Amazon. And then we're going to put moving average. So the moving average is going to represent that particular line. We can make it 3 lines. Let me just make it 1 for now. So I'll just make it 1 moving average. I'll make it 3. I'll make it 3 for now. You can put multiple moving averages, but I'll put 3 for now. I'll just put only 1 line right there. So we'll do that. And then volume is, of course, volume is extremely important for a candlestick because you get to see the bars in the bottom to represent the volume of when this particular stock went up and when this particular stock went down. So we're going to put true for that. Then the next thing we're going to do, style. Style is going to represent what type of graph we're going to be using on what website. It's going to be Yahoo. And then the next thing we're going to do, type. What type of graph? And it's candlestick. That's what we're using now. So we're going to be using candlestick for that, for this particular graph. And yeah, so that should be about it. So we're going to be using that, and then we'll just add a title to it. And we'll have that equal to Amazon. Amazon. And let me just put it right here so you can see it, so everybody can copy. So let's explain this code. So MPF is the matplot library for the finance graphs, mostly for candlesticks. So we're going to plot that graph. A is a variable that we initiate to download the Amazon stock. And we're going to just, MAV represents moving average. So we're just going to use 1 line, which is 3. The volume equals true. Volume is going to represent the bars in the bottom. That's going to represent the volume when this particular stock went up or down. Style, we're going to use it from Yahoo Web. And the type is going to be the candlestick we're going to use, and then the title Amazon. So let's run this. Let me run it and make sure everything is working properly. Hope everybody's enjoying the video. All right. So let me stop sharing so you can be able to see this graph right here, this candlestick graph. All right. So this candlestick graph is right here. So let's explain this candlestick. So we create our candlestick graph right here. The price of this candlestick is right here. So this represents the price right here for Amazon. And then the bottom, you remember I said the volume equals true. It's because it's this volume, it's these bars right here. This represent where this particular stock was. So the volume is going to be here. And the volume was really, really high or low. All right, so let's explain each bar. So with the red candlestick, it's called a bearish candle. So the open would be here. The open would be right here. Right here would be the open for a bearish candle. The high will be up top here. This would be the high right here. You see when this stick breaks out of this candle, that would be the high right here. So this would be the open, this would be the high. Now the bottom will be the close right here, and it usually be something sticking out that would be low. So let's explain this one right here. This would be the open right here. This would be the high. This would be the close, and this would be the low. So you see the low right here was at 109 right here. It was at 109, and I believe this was at June 10th. It was at 109 right here. So the red candle is considered a bearish candle right here. So it opened. If you look at the bottom right, June 10th, it opened at 109.58. The low of this candle was at, it looked like it was at 108, 109.05. Wait, hold up. Oh, no, my fault. Sorry about that. This is not the open. This is the close. This is the open. So it opened at 113.44. The high was at 114.49. The low was at about it was at 109. I'm gonna just say 109 exactly, since we don't have to round that off. 109.05. And then the open was at 109.58. So remember the open. This is I keep saying the open. This is the close. So remember the open, the high, the close, and the low. So remember that for the red candlestick. Now the green candlestick, and you see the volume is in red. So it closed in the red because it dropped from all the way from the high, which was at 114, and dropped all the way as low as 109. So this would be a bearish candle. And you see this line represents the moving average. Remember, the moving average, it represents how it's moving. And this also determines if it's a bearish or a bullish market. A bearish market means that the market, it had potential to fall. A bullish market is a market that have the potential to move up. Now let's explain the green. Let's explain the green candlestick. Now the green candlestick, the open is in the bottom. So the open is in the bottom right here. So the open would be at 103. The low would be at 103.58. 103.58. And this would be the close. So it's the complete opposite of the bearish one. Because remember, for the bearish candlestick, the open is up top. The open is up top, and the close is on the bottom. Now with the bullish candlestick, which is green, the open is in the bottom, the close is on the top. So this is where it closes at. It closed at 107, closing the green, and the high is at 109. So that's how you read it. So remember, the green right here, the bottom green, the bottom of this candlestick represents the open. The line sticking out the candlestick, like the stem, you could call it the stem, you could call it whatever. In the green candlestick, that represents the low. The top of the candlestick, all the way in the top, represents the close. And then the very top of the stem of this candlestick represents the high. So that's what it determines right there. So that's how you can read it. So remember, red represents the open is up top of the candle. The open is on top of the candle, and the close is in the bottom of the candle right there. And then both of the stems are the same exact thing. This is the low, this is the open. This is the low, and this is the high. And then for the green one, the open starts from the bottom, close starts up top. That means it finished in the green. So you see this would be the green one. The volume was in the green because it finished up top. So that's how you read the red and the green candlestick. Represents the bearish candle and the bullish candle. And this represents the volume. And also this moving average helps certain trend lines to see if this particular candle goes up or down. So you see that it's making this line right here. So it might be a bullish market after that. It might be a bullish. There's certain resistance lines that have to create support, but we'll get through that another time. Just want us to break down the candlestick chart. So remember, again, the red candlestick right here, the open starts at the top of the candle. That's the red candlestick is the bearish candle. The green candlestick, the open starts at the bottom of the candle. So remember that. So we'll end it here. Hope everybody enjoyed it. It was a quick lesson on candlestick charts. We'll dive a little bit more in details, more in other videos, and we learned how to code it and we learned how to analyze it, which is important when you be able to buy and sell stocks, and you also be able to teach people when to buy and when to sell a particular stock, bearish and a bullish market. That's it for this episode. Hope everybody enjoy. My name is Deshaun Lyons. This is Trade Digital 89. This is my YouTube channel, and you can also follow me on IG. And I see you when I see you.